means you don't sleep. We have official visitors on campus, approximately 12. Another probably 18 to 24 unofficials. I don't know how many campers we are, probably 250, 300. So there's a lot going on, and it's awesome because the energy and the authentic, genuine interaction with our players, the legends, our coaches, and our people, our current players, it's priceless. You know, it's what Miami has always been built upon. I remember coming out here, the Green Tree practice field, and watching those guys practice, and that's what attracted me to coming to Miami. You know, I love the way they work. And so we try to get our guys around work as much as possible so they understand that this thing that we do, this football life, is about work. It's about doing things the right way as it relates to every facet of your life. So how you do anything is how you do everything is a real thing. And now they get to share with some of these legends, some of our current players, and of course our coaches on how that looks like or what that looks like. While at the same time, we have official visitors here and they'll be joining us. So yeah, Cuban coffee's flowing strong.
Best UM teams, which you were on, of course, got players from all over the country. You've cast a wide net so far in recruiting. Do you feel good that you can go into any region and recruit guys all over the country?
I feel that we're working to address the things that need to be addressed, right? You know, this is month 7, and you know, there's work to be done, and that's what excited us about coming to Miami, amongst other things. And we feel that's being done. We feel like the gap is closing, that people, once they set foot in Coral Gables, they realize how special Coral Gables is, how special the University of Miami is. And then when they're around guys like this, I mean, let's call it what it is, on that field right there, and a lot of them in the indoor right now, these are the best players in college football, the best players in pro football. Guys that they still see on TV. To have Michael Irvin address the entire audience, it's great to see a guy like Reggie Wayne, who is now the wide receivers coach for the Saints, be here, you know, being able to mentor and encourage guys as they go through workouts. It's just very real, right? It's organic. And let's look back at the days when Miami was doing what Miami does. Look at the sideline. You had an extra 40 assistant coaches in the form of Pro Bowlers, right, and Hall of Famers. So those are some of the things that we are encouraging and working on to make sure that alumni bond, that brotherhood is there for the world to see, and that it's real. It's no BS.
It seems like the theme between your speech and Michael Irvin's speech was kind of like no fluff, all work. Is that what you wanted to make for a change for the camp this year?
Well, somebody asked me why I mentioned Ferraris and whatnot. It's just, and we went to dinner last night with our recruits. There's 14 Ferraris parked in the parking lot. I don't think we need to take photos beside those to emphasize what we're trying to do at the University of Miami. But Mike knows, and the rest of those guys. You saw John Beeson, I saw Kenny Phillips, I saw Brandon Merriweather, Lamar Thomas. I mean, I could go on, and Roscoe Parrish. I'm hoping to maybe redo his birth certificate and get him back as a punt returner here for the start of the season. So it's just, it's very humbling to see them there. We had a chance to meet up and talk about some of the things that we're going to do in the future, especially as it relates to gathering and moving forward with our program, which the alumni is always going to be a huge part of it.
There's a lot of kids in that room right now. So just as a head coach coming into this for your first season back here in Miami, how's it feel to know that you've got guys in here who want to come work for you?
Just excited. Our pool of energy is the passion for the University of Miami. That's not a shallow pool. That's a deep, strong, and a real pool. So to see them here, it just further, reaffirms and confirms that the University of Miami is on the right track, because we are working, and our approach is very blue-collar mentality to make sure every day we're just making progress and getting better. But the momentum is strong. We feel it in the form of our players and their training sessions. We feel in the form of the community, the fan base, certainly recruiting. We feel like a strong wave of momentum coming, hopefully here soon. So all in all, just keep putting in work, man.
Coach, how's the feedback you're getting from the summer workouts with the current team as you implement that program?
The feedback?
Yeah.
Please
or what
tell
you
me.
see.
What I see?
Yeah.
It'll be nothing but our very best. It's that simple. It looks a certain way in the summer. People talk about the price you pay, right? No different than going to a Heat game, right? You pay a certain price, you'll sit up top. If you pay another price, you'll sit on the floor. Well, the off season is analogous to, that is analogous to what the off season means to football. Pay the price. It's time to do that. There is no fluff about it. It's very demanding. I mean, very demanding. And that's why we had most of our recruits here, and we try to get every single prospect here to watch us work. You've got to be attracted to that. And it's smart work. It's sports science oriented work. It's functional strength work. It's developmental work. There's no substitute for that. And Miami's full throttle on all those things and more as it relates to development from the inside out. You know, that's part of it. The other part, of course, is here, right? How you're developing a guy mentally, psychologically, right? Emotionally, spiritually, socially, all those things. So it all this summer is a monumental step for our program, and our guys thus far have done a great job.
Mario,
A couple more questions for Coach before we get going.
it's been a whirlwind for you since you got here, obviously. Can you put into words, is it sort of surreal that here you are, all these former guys have come back to support you at Legends Camp, like what it means to you personally, emotionally, as a person, not just as a coach, to be here to do this?
No, it's, again, you can't describe it. You know, I think the moments don't hit you when I see how many gray hairs you have now. It kind of hits me. You know, some more gray hairs in the audience over here. What it is, it's exactly what we felt Miami should be doing and progressing at a certain rate to get to where we want to go. I don't know if that makes sense, but come on, man. We all know what Miami is. Let's not kid ourselves. We just have to get back to work to get to where we want to get to, and people realize that. You know, there's no fluff. We're not head faking anybody. We're putting the truth on the table. Who we've hired, what the investment is in the university, the work our players are doing right now. Those are the steps, right? Some of them are painful. You can't skip them. I get it. I'm good with it. But that's why I'm here. You know I live this. You know I live for the University of Miami. And luckily I'm surrounded by a lot of people that feel the same way. And having the legends back and all these guys, we had a good meeting upstairs about some upcoming meetings that we're going to have as well to make sure that we just bring this in tight. And it means a lot. It means the world to all of us.
Coach, are you seeing
Last
some
question.
player leaders evolve in the summer? Some guys, vocal guys?
We'll find out, you know, during this time of year. You know, guys want jersey numbers, they want to be leaders, and I'm not into that right now. Let's see what it looks like at the end of the summer, at the end of camp. We've had several guys step up. Our players deserve a lot of credit. I want to emphasize that and really accentuate that our players deserve a lot of credit, because what we've thrown at them has been a very demanding off-season program, one that really demands the most of them, and they have found time to be one of the leaders in the country at community service as well, while managing school and some other things, you know? So I'm really proud of them, and they also know the foot's not coming off the gas. You know, there's no let up, right? I mean, you really don't have, my old mentor said, you really don't have many choices. You can either do this or you can do this if you want to be great. Right now we're doing this. So far, just a lot to be excited about, to be enthused about, and honestly, need to be most excited about getting to work. That's what we got to be most excited about. There's no skipping that.
Great. Thank you very much.